Origin just home reaction. This is the best celebrity meltdowns as Trump wins election by channel East Brands. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that Dave Chappelle skit years ago. How many? 8 years ago, something when Trump became president first time. And I felt like that is usually the case with like a different race people. Like I think this is mostly white issue, right? Because other races like we've been through this, like obviously type of way. I don't know, or this is what I feel, right? Usually, but it's like those ultra white rich people. I don't know, like, and one of those celebrities, right? I mean, you can be like famous person today and like not be one of those like type of people, but you know who these celebrities are. Let's be honest, right? I'm guess that's what this is gonna be, but I don't know. Like celebrity landscape has changed a lot, so I don't know who the new celebrity ultra famous people are who's gonna offend over this. Trump was like famous, like one popular vote and electoral college, like majority of Americans voted him. So at this point, like you can say like, I don't like this, but you can like treat this very weird way, right? I think I watched like a clip of something like SNL, was an SNL skit or something. I haven't watched it, but I was like walking by and like I saw a shot or something where everybody gathered and like talking about like it's some kind of a tragedy or something, like this happened, that happened. Majority of people elected him, right? You can't really say more of him. Like at this point, you're like like insulting majority of people in the country, right? Whether you like him or not. So this is gonna be interesting. Let's watch it.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
I'm packing.
Packing. Are you going on vacation?
No, I'm not going on vacation. I'm leaving the country.
Why are you leaving the country?
I can't stay for another 4 years in this.
I
Who
think
knows what
that's
he's
a
gonna do?
Remember when like every Hollywood celebrity said that they're gonna leave the country if Donald Trump
Eminem
becomes president? Well, now that's a reality, and a lot of these people don't really know what to do. They're having meltdowns all over the internet. They're calling the American people fake.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, she's a celebrity now. You didn't see a politician. That doesn't really count, is it? Eminem. I get it. Eminem Hayden makes all the like rap songs in the past and things. I'll leave the country. That doesn't feel like his genre style of thing, right? Hip hop and rap isn't something like touchy feely like that.
Failures. They betrayed the country. They're animals. How can they vote for a fascist and a Nazi and all of that? And today I've gathered all the best celebrity meltdowns after Donald Trump became president, because honestly, they're insanely hilarious, and a lot of these celebrities have lived in an actual bubble because they cannot believe that most of the country elected Donald Trump. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into this. So I first wanted to remind you all of the list of people that said that they're gonna leave the country if Donald Trump becomes president, and now I think it's very, very interesting to see if they will actually do it, or they were just fear-mongering the population into not voting for Donald Trump because that's their plan.
Yeah,
So we have George Clooney, Jennifer Lopez, Beyonce, Taylor.
See, the type of ultra famous, those like type of people. George Clooney is basically like default setting. Let's just say. Who you think of anything as George Clooney, something like that, right? Ben Affleck type of shit. There you go, George Clooney, of course. Jennifer Lopez, female counterpart like that. There you go.
Taylor Swift,
Beyonce, Taylor Swift, yeah.
Bad Bunny, Ricky Martin, Leonardo DiCaprio, Eminem, Sarah Jessica Parker, Whoopi Goldberg, Rosie O'Donnell, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jane Fonda, Ben Stiller, Matt
If Trump walks by Rosie O'Donnell says, I'm going to leave the country.
Damon, and then the list even continues. Tom Hanks, Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, LeBron James.
Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, these are not celebrities, these are politicians. I get it, they become famous, but of course, it's different when they say it. And Nancy Pelosi, she's saying that. Isn't that like celebrities, you can say, oh, they're idiots. They're celebrities, rich people who make movies and whatever songs, that. But when your politician says that, isn't like, like a problematic bit? Like, you're going to say that about your country, that you're going to leave because this guy will be elected? Isn't that kind of like a disrespecting process as well?
Billie Eilish, Stephen King, and honestly reading that list, it's absolutely comical, and I genuinely don't even know why people are calling Trump all these names, because when you look at his track record, the last time he was president, it was very good. The economy was doing awesome. Everybody had their rights. There was no fascism and nothing like it. So now let's move to the celebrity.
Isn't it when last time Trump was president, when he left, like debt was higher or something? I'm pretty sure debt was higher, right? And I remember him saying on Joe Rogan or something like that's because of COVID or something. I don't know if that's true or not, but the reality is that was higher. So economy wasn't doing right, but then again, like he said, it could be COVID.
Reactions. Cardi B had something very interesting to say on Twitter, and after she said it and got backlash, she couldn't handle it and made a video. But let's first check out the tweet that she tweeted. No need to nasty, y'all pick your winner. All we can do is be hopeful and wish the best. Before Kamala joined the race, we knew how this country is set up and what was probably going to happen, but it was so inspiring how
This country is set up in a way that Obama was going to become a president, and he did, and won re-election twice. What do you mean how this country is set up? Obama was a thing in the past that happened. Like, it's not like this is like, no, this is going to be just this thing now. You know, our tone is like that. Like, oh, we know how this set up. She was never going to win. That's not the case.
She fought and changed so many minds, including me, which I do not believe in the slightest. But yeah, this is the video that she released afterward.
Hey, so listen, I'm
What?
gonna let y'all know.
That at first I saw this, photo, like, I don't know who that. That's Cardi B. How she got slim? Isn't that problem with her base? Is those like ultra left base who say like, why'd you got slim? Even that's a problem, right? Like that type of people in that left side. If you become healthier and lean, they'll scream at you. Eat something. Why'd you got lean? So she's not gonna face problem like that.
This right now, okay? So you little trumpets, like, y'all won. I know y'all happy, whatever the fuck. Ain't nobody acting like bitter losers. However, y'all need to leave me the fuck alone. Because I got one more fucking cigarette in me before I start lighting your asses up. Alright? And that's word to the United States of motherfucking America. Yeah.
Also, Angel Reese, the famous women's basketball player, made series of tweets after waking up and realizing that Donald Trump has won. Woke up speechless. I'm so disappointed in America. Some of you just couldn't selfishly put your pride aside, huh? As a woman, I'm heartbroken.
What does that sentence even mean? I'm surprised by a lot of things. Are people this stupid? Why would people put their pride aside? Was there a goal? Was the World War II is happening and like not electing Donald Trump means Hitler loses or something? Was that the goal? Then understand that statement. Why would they if they're putting the pride aside, which means they're making the wrong decision, right? Why would they put the pride aside? They chose the person they wanted to choose. You might not like it, but that's how democracy works. Most of them chose Donald Trump. Suck it up, shut up. Right? At this point, you're calling majority of your people. He won popular vote. It's not even like electoral college state where people say like, oh, this is so backwards and this and that. It wasn't a popular vote. He was a popular vote now. You can't say much now. What do you mean by put pride aside? Why there was like an agenda going? Like we have to make Kamala the next president. It's like a like bucket list. What the fuck is that? And what do you mean I'm disappointed? Who the fuck are you to disappointed? That sentence doesn't make sense to me. It's like very like looking down on people's statement. I'm disappointed. Who are you to be disappointed at anything? You can say, I don't like this. I'm disappointed in the American people. Really?
For us all. And then she follows up by saying, God is the best author and the best finisher. I'm just going to pray on this and think positive. And this is very interesting. She talks about God, but then supports a party who is firmly against God and a lot of ideologies that are not godly in the slightest or even close. So her saying that is just a
I wouldn't say that. Like, left doesn't talk about God a lot in a very scientific way, but too many Christians there as well. They just don't talk about it that way.
Massive contradiction. I don't know how that makes any sense.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives. We cannot give up. We now find ourselves in a time in history that has precedent, and we find ourselves, I believe, in a time where there are, let's say, peers in history of mass movements of people that mobilize to protect one another in times of fascism and authoritarianism. And this is the era that we are poised to enter. Donald Trump has talked about turning the military on U.S. citizens that he deems his domestic political enemies. Authoritarians and people that he affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad in regimes like that, it is not uncommon to jail political dissidents or legislative opponents. This is the world that we very realistically may be entering.
And it's crazy when people say something like that because literally more than half the country elected Donald.
Yeah, but she hasn't said anything wrong. Like, Trump has said those things. Now, in which context Trump meant it, who knows? Trump isn't really like political in that way. Like, he chooses the word. He's not like Obama where he takes a pause and thinks about and then say it. He just says shit, right? Like you and me would say shit. Now, does he really mean this? okay, maybe even he means this. Is he allowed to do that? There's many elements to that. But there are elements like that where he said, like, turn military this, like, go after, like, reporters. There are pillars of democracy where he constantly threatens them, which is problematic. It's like Putin-esque type of thing. And that, like, if he's allowed to do all that, like, it won't be much of democracy type of way. But that's the thing. I don't think he'll be allowed to do that, right? There's many elements that people don't think about. How U.S. Works, how U.S. government works. Okay, over time, he and the Congress. In the past, when Trump was president, there's many times where Mitch McConnell and these people just point blank came outside and said, no, we are not doing this. I don't care if Trump's wanted. So even if Trump wants it, there's a lot of things that I don't think U.S. Congress would do. Because even in the end of the day, they'll try to protect something. They want edge towards Republicans, where Republicans get more power. But I don't think they absolute want dictatorship level of things. So I don't think there's a lot of things he say would be allowed to do it. But I don't know.
Trump, and I think it's very obvious that these lies are not hidden anymore. Nobody really believes that. Like, I genuinely sometimes think that people have been fearmongered to the point of actual physical no return. Like, there's some brain chemicals in their brain that have changed permanently. It's like basically having the Trump derangement syndrome. And I think a lot of these people genuinely have Trump derangement syndrome because of the woke mainstream media that have brain.
I mean, look, man, Trump did say all those things. I mean, like I said, I'm an unbiased source from outside, right? I see from both sides. I don't care either way. I don't care about either side. So I can really see that Trump does say all those things. Obviously, they amplify things, and their whole thing of left side is like they amplify things and like, oh my God, we are going to die, we're going to leave the country, and cry and all that. I saw the videos and like, are you kidding me? But Trump in the end did say all those things. So it's like smoke does come from somewhere. It's not like smoke just came out of anything, right? There is a fire.
Brainwash them so hard to the point of actual no return. And now I want to show you a video that absolutely boils my blood. It's an example of how brainwashed parents keep brainwashing their children into thinking that now Trump is elected, that the end of the world has started.
Children
Just take a
don't
look
care.
at this video and comment what you think about it, because this is beyond absurd.
Harris did not win.
Who won?
Trump. So
Take a breath.
yeah. So today
Is there a guy there?
may look a little different at school. Okay, there are probably going to be friends who have questions, right? I'm sure your teachers are going to, I think.
Yeah, your teacher should say, let's talk about the curriculum. Let's talk about the studies we're going to do and shut the fuck about politics. Your kids, man.
You know, we currently are in a country where we get to choose, right? And people have different priorities. They have different values. Some people hear what he has to say and they don't believe him. And some people hear what he has to say and they believe him and they agree with him. So today's probably, your school day is probably going to look pretty normal, okay? Your teachers are going to do a really great job of, if you have questions throughout the day or if you have big feelings.
They think this is South Park episode. When they go to school, they're like barricades will be up. It'll be like it'll be like Fallout and some shit. Like everybody just like walking around renegade with guns and shit. Oh yeah, world is ending. Shut the fuck up.
Throughout the day.
Do you like these?
Are you sad?
I'm very sad.
And now you're crying.
Now, I don't even know what
What the fuck? Kids don't care, man. Right? Kids are very, like prone to, absorb anything. Right? So if you feed them enough, like, oh, Trump bad, politics, this is important, Trump bad. And then you in the end give them the result like, oh, by the way, Trump didn't win. Of course, they cannot give out these emotional responses. They don't really care because they don't understand. They're kids. There's a reason kids can't vote, man. Do they understand that? This is stupid, right? This is the type of shit people watch and like, yeah, we made the right decision and walk away. This is why he won popular vote. Why are you this weird? That's the problem. Crying, bitch. And people even tell me in the comments, they're crying because of this. I don't care what the reason. It's political spectrum. This is not North Korea. Shut the fuck up, right? I don't get it. I really don't get it, right? If your problem is like Trump's gonna gain power, then you have power to choose who's gonna, win, who's gonna be your congressman and things. Trump single-handedly can't hold the power. That's why Congress exists in the first place. There are going to be elections about that as well. If you're so concerned about that, vote there, right? And in the end of the day, even if they win by majority there, which means most of your people actually don't care what you want. At this point, you only have two options left. Either live there if your life is good compared to any other country, or leave. That's literally your all options. Because this is that most of you want him there. That's the end of that.
To say to this has to be child abuse, right? Like, you can't just post a video like this on TikTok fear-mongering your kids into crying just because Donald Trump, who has a very good track record of being...
Yeah, I won't say it's a child abuse. It's just like, I don't think kids even understand. For them, it's like a new fad type of thing. They talk about this, they forget about this, and they move on. And I feel like that's not even the case. I think she just told those kids what to say just to make that video. This is mostly like video famous bullshit, TikTok bullshit. That's what it is. At least some part of me thinks that, like, she prepared them. Because this is like, no way they can be that stupid, right? Like, they talk to kids like that. Oh, your teacher's should teach you what to do, right? Not talk about all this shit. This is like people going to bar and talking about politics. No, those are your teacher. Teach them what you're supposed to do or not. Your education is failing. What the fuck? Right, well, that was the best celebrity meltdowns. Like I said, okay, in this video, both sides of people are going to be pissed off in the comments, I know, because things I've said about Trump and things I've said about the left side as well, because I'm unbiased source. I don't care, right? That's the one thing you need to remember. But yeah, all right, I'll see you next time.